So hi ladies and hi everyone. I'm so excited. We are finally in April, and for April I thought I would do something new and kind of maybe push us into the next level. So for those of you who are joining me because you got the link through my newsletter, thank you so much. And for those of you that are new and are just stopping by, passing through, I'm also so excited to have you here with me. And so let's kind of get started. So I was thinking for the month of April, what are we going to do? What is going to be our challenge? What is going to be our theme for the month? And I thought maybe I'll grab this opportunity and use it in a way that allows me to also kind of be held accountable. So for the month of April, I want to talk about stepping out of your comfort zone. And I know it's been relevant for so many people, so many clients, so many friends that I've spoken to, especially in this day and age of what we're going through, right? We're all going through COVID and we're trying to figure out how to pivot and how to really just continue to live our lives in a way that feels good for each and every one of us. But it's hard, it's difficult, it's a struggle. It's not as easy as we all like to think it is, or how it's not as easy as we tell ourselves it is, right? So the one thing that's been kind of floating around in my mind is this whole idea of how stepping out of your comfort zone is where all the magic happens, right? And I've been looking at my life and I've been looking at the little bits and pieces that are floating around. And I realized I've created a situation, a scenario, a lifestyle that has allowed me to be comfortable in it. And by doing that, I've ultimately allowed myself to hinder my own growth. And in that process, there are some days I'm not feeling as excited or happy or fulfilled as I should be, or I know I can be, but it's because I've allowed myself to just get comfortable with the way things are, and possibly just even waiting for things to shift before allowing myself to shift. So for this April, I decided, you know what? Screw this. It's time to kind of jumpstart myself and kick myself into the next level. Hence, which is why we're here on YouTube, and this is the first video that I am filming, but it might be the second video that will be uploaded onto this channel. So this is me pushing myself out of my comfort zone to go ahead and see what kind of magic is going to unfold for me. So I'm excited to have you guys join me on this journey. And if this is something you are curious about, or something I've said has resonated with you, please be sure to, what do they say? Hit the subscribe, hit the bell, so that you can be notified for any upcoming videos, or any videos that get released, you will be notified. And yes, and just, thank you for stopping by. So getting back into the theme, there was another, what's the word? There's another saying where you need to ship it rather than make it perfect. And I think a lot of us get stuck on this idea of like, ooh, I'm not ready. I don't have all the pieces in line. I don't have everything the way it's supposed to be. And that ultimately is what prevents us from stepping out of our comfort zone, because we have this idea that everything needs to be in place before I can actually move forward and take that first step. Now, that's something that I've been telling myself all year this year, and actually all last year too, is I kept telling myself, okay, I need to do this, I need to do that, I need to get these things in place. I'm waiting for this before I can actually do it. And as I took time to reflect on it, I realized, my God, I've been saying that for so long. That's constantly my excuse. It turned into an excuse. And I got comfortable in that excuse. And I had to ask myself, okay, what is it that I want more? Do I want to continue living with this excuse? Or am I more curious? Or do I desire wanting to find out what's on the other side if I just go after it? And so for me, today, obviously, as I'm filming this, I realized, you know what? Screw it. I'm curious. I want to know. I want to step out of my comfort zone and figure out what's going to be on the other side waiting for me. And of course, as I was in the process of putting this video together, I I was thinking, okay, where am I going to sit? How am I going to set up? Do I have the right camera? What about the lighting? Oh my God, I have to do my hair. I have to do my makeup. I have to do all these things, right? And I had to be very aware of what I was telling myself, because I knew if I had fallen into one of those little pieces, that was it. This video was never going to be made. And I was thinking, do I have to make a script? Should I have some kind of bullet points of what I'm going to speak about? And I said, you know what? Eventually, I'm going to figure that all out. Eventually, I'm going to figure out the right background. Eventually, I'm going to figure out what should be in frame. Should the camera be this close, like what is going on? I don't know. But if I let this moment, this feeling pass me by without doing anything about it, I know I'll probably regret it more, because I'll always be wondering, what if? What if I had done it then? What if I had taken that chance? And that was something I didn't want to live with. So for me, it was just do it. Just see what is going to happen. So for you ladies out there that are constantly thinking that, ooh, I want to try doing this, I want to try doing that, you know, there's a lot of maybe processing and reflecting that needs to go on. But what I've been hearing from my clients, what I've been hearing from a lot of my friends is, you know, ever since we've gotten into this situation of this pandemic and our lives have completely shifted, we've found ourselves wanting to be in control of something. And for a lot of women, especially a lot of mothers and, you know, women that have families in their household that are wanting to take control, and they feel they need to be able to control something, to have a grasp on what's happening in their lives. They've gotten to a point where they've controlled a lot of what's happening in their lives, and now they're finding that that control has somewhat maybe taken over what it is they feel they actually need. And you know, I guess it's, you know, not to minimize anything or diminish what it is you need at this moment, but I guess I want to pose the question to you. Is your need to control things, does it weigh heavier than your need to feel less anxious? And once you figure out which kind of weighs more for you, give yourself the permission to step out of your comfort zone for a moment, just to kind of explore what that might feel like, because that feeling might surprise you. You know, I remember when I had my two daughters, when they were about, what would it be, 1 and 3, when they were 1 and 3 years old. Now, I have a tendency to be very obsessive compulsive. I like things very neat. I love having things organized. It makes me so happy. It brings me into a happy place. But of course, when you're dealing with small, tiny children, when are things ever really organized? When are they actually put in their place? When are they actually color coordinated? When are the Barbies not mixed with the Legos? And when are the cars separate from the horses? I don't know. But I had to ask myself at that point in time, what was more meaningful for me? What was more significant for me? My ability or my desire to want to have everything in its perfect order? Or was it more meaningful for me to allow my children to express their creativity and figure out things for themselves through putting things away by themselves so that they can discover who they were? Or was it just wanting to have things organized? Now, each of us are so different, and we can answer that so differently. My answer would be so different from someone else's. Your answer might be so different from someone else's. But at the end of the day, it boils down to you. What is it you feel is worth more to you in this moment in time, so that you can feel a little bit of relief, right? And sometimes finding that sense of relief requires you to step out of that comfort zone. So for this month of April, I am challenging myself to step out of my comfort zone, really kind of give this YouTube channel a go. And I would like to invite whoever is watching, whether you found me through my monthly newsletter, or you just stumbled across this channel, or I don't know, maybe you saw me link this somewhere. That is my challenge for you this month, is to step out of your comfort zone to see what magic awaits for you in that new world. So again, if you liked anything I said, if it resonated with you, or if you're curious to maybe hear more, don't forget, here, I don't know, somewhere, I'll figure it out eventually. But hit that subscribe, hit the bell, and also comment below and maybe hold me accountable to trying to release one video a week. Hopefully, fingers crossed, let's see how it goes, but hold me accountable. Send me, write a comment, make sure to get on my butt so that I can get this posted, and I will see you next time. Bye.